Good morning, Year 1. I hope you're ready for our maths lesson today. Now, we've been doing lots of counting this week, counting in 2s, counting in 5s, and counting in 10. And today, this lesson is going to look at all of those and see if we can recognise those patterns on a number grid. Okay, so now for today's lesson, you can use the number grid on my screen, and I will attach a number grid to the worksheet so that you can use that too if you want. And you can use it on your screen or you can print it out. Okay, so let's do our do now. I'm going to share my screen with you and we're going to see what we can remember from all that counting that we've been doing this week. Are you ready? Wonderful. Okay, so what I want to know are what are the missing numbers of these sequences. Remember, you need to check if the sequence is going forwards or backwards and see if you recognise any of the patterns here. Lots of different patterns going on. Maybe it will be some of our 2s, counting in 2s. Maybe it will be some of our counting in 5s. Or maybe it will be some of our counting in 10s. Now there's quite a few missing numbers there, so I'm going to give you 3 minutes. You can either say the numbers or you could have a go writing them down. Put me on pause now. 3 minutes, off you go. Great! You found the missing numbers. Okay, so what number came before 4? 2, well done. What are we counting in here? 2s, well done. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, well done. And 16. Remember, when we count in 2s, we skip one number. Would I put 17 next if I was to carry on this pattern? No, because we wouldn't be skipping a number. Very good. Okay, let's look here. Our pattern goes 20, 8, 16. Is it going forwards or backwards? It's going backwards. Okay, and how did you solve this pattern? You counted backwards in 2s. Okay, let's count backwards in 2s. 20, 18, very good. 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, wow, 6. You know your 2s so well. Okay, what is this pattern then? Counting in 2s again, okay? It's not counting in 2s. What is it counting in? 5s, and is it counting forwards or backwards in 5s? Going backwards, okay. So we've got 50, 45, 40, 35. Well done, it's got to be 30 because we know we either have a 0 or a 5 at the end. So what should go next? 25, well done. And if we wanted to count the other way, we could go 20, 25, 30. Okay, what about our last one? Big number on our last one. What's that number? 100, well done. So are we counting in 5s, 10s or 2s here? 10s, how do you know we're counting in 10s? Because every number ends in a 0. Okay, you ready? 100, 110. No, 90. Why is it 90? Because we're counting backwards in 10s. Okay, let's keep going then. 80, 70, well done. 60, 50, 40. Wow, what superstars. You know you're counting so well. So today we are counting and recognizing our patterns in 2-digit numbers. So we're going to need our 2s, our 5s and our 10s here to recognize some patterns. So let's see if Miss Banfield can recognize some patterns. Firstly, I'm going to look for my patterns in my 2s. Aha. So I'm going to count in 2s. Help count with me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Well done, you counted in some 2s. Now, before I keep going, can anyone tell me what the pattern is here? Well done, it skips one every time. It does, we don't count these numbers. What else? The numbers are always even. Very good. The numbers are always even. So if I wanted to count, I could keep going. And what column are they all in? They're all in the same column. Well done. Let's keep going then. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Keep going. 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. You can definitely keep going. You ready? 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is some big counting there. So there are twos. Let's see if we can spot a different pattern. What other pattern can we see here? What about our fives? So let's find 5 to start. Okay, there's 5. What do we do when we count in fives? Count in fives for me. 5. 10, well done. 15, 20, 25, 30, well done. 35, 40, 45, 50. Ooh, what's the pattern here with the fives? They either end in a 0 or a 5. Very good. Which means they're a mix of odd and even. The pattern goes odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. Very good. So that is our fives. And what about our last one? Should we do our tens? Okay. Counting with me then. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Let's keep going. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Is there a pattern with our tens here? They're all in the same column. Very good. They are all in the same column. And what do they all end in? They all end in a 0. Absolutely right. Now, is there something that's similar about all of these? What's the same for all of these patterns? It is that they skip numbers, but they skip different numbers. What is the same? Oh, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. They are in each of the patterns. Well done. The 10s are in the 2s, the 5s, and the 10s. Fantastic. Isn't that a funny fact? And if we wanted to carry on counting with, let's say, our 2s, I could then use this pattern to help me do any of my 2s, couldn't I? I know that 62 is in my 2s because it ends in a 2. Same as I know 66 must be in my 2s because it ends in a 6. It's an even number, which means 68 must be in my 2s because we have to skip a number. I can do a similar thing with my 5s. I know that my 5s always stay in this column. So 75 must be in my 5s because it ends in a 5. And 80 must be in my 5s because it ends in a 0. And 95 must be in my 5s because it ends in a 5. And 100 must be in my 5s because it ends in a 0. Fantastic. And if I wanted to carry on counting in my 10s, I could even go past 100. So there's lots of patterns here. And these patterns are really going to help us today because they're going to show us where some missing numbers are. So this is our challenge today. We have to spot if there's any patterns that we can see. We need to find out what our missing numbers are by looking at what number comes next. So here I've hidden 4 numbers. So we're going to try and find out what number is missing. And we can use this knowledge that we've already got to help us. So the first number that is missing, we're going to look at this one here, the one closest to 0. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. That works. Okay, let's look at this number. 5, 6, 7, 8. Can we already start to see a pattern forming? 4 and 8, what have they got in common? They're both even numbers. Very good. Anything else? I'm not sure yet. Okay. 10, 11. What number could come next? 12. Very good. Are we starting to see the pattern? It's not our 5s. You think it might be our 2s? It could well be. What's our last one going to be then? Now, there's not many along to help us. So what can we use to help spot? We could use the one that came before. So this is 19. So we think this one should be 20. Okay, why do we think it's going to be 20? Because we can use the 19 or we can use the 10 above. 10, 20, 30. Well done. Okay, should we see if we were right? So we think this one's 20. Yeah, well done. And this one should be 8. Is it 8? Yep. And this one we thought was 12. Is it 12? Fantastic. And this last one we said was 4. Is it 4? Fantastic. So the missing pattern was the 2s. I'd taken away some of the 2s. So let's see if we can figure out this one. Is there a pattern that we can see? Well, they're all in the same columns, aren't they? Well, that's a bit of a clue. What's similar about the numbers on either side of them? We've got 10, which means it's got a 0, 30 with a 0, 50 with a 0. Okay, and what's similar about these ones? 15 with a 5, 35 with a 5. Ah, I think I'm starting to get what pattern it is. What pattern do you think it is? You know it can't be the 2s. Why do you know it can't be the 2s? Ah, because we know that 4 and 6 are in the 2s and it's between them, so it definitely can't be in the 2s. So what number is this then? 4, 5. Oh, that's a bit of a clue. What do you think it might be? You think it might be the 5s? Why do you think it might be the 5s? Because you've been checking the missing numbers. Okay, so what missing number is this? 20. How do you know it's 20? Because next to it's 19 and above and below it's some 10s. Okay, so this one must be 35 then. If it's the 5s, it's got to be 35. It's not 35? Are you sure? How do you know it's not 35? Because next to it is 24 and after it is 26. Oh, it doesn't go 24, 35, 26. That wouldn't make sense, would it? What would make sense? 24, 25. Very good. 24, 25, 26. Okay. What are our last 2 missing numbers? What do we think? What's this one? 40. Why do you think it's 40? Because you counted in your 10s from the top. Okay, let's do that together then. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Well done. We've got one more missing number. Now, do we think we know what this pattern is? The 5s. Why do you think it's the 5s? Because they're ending in a 5 or a 0. Well done. So what's this missing number got to be then? So this is my 40s. What number does it have to be? Because we've already got 40. So it has to be 45. Well done. When we're counting in our 5s, it would have to be 45. All right, I'm going to rub them out. Should we see if we're right? So we think this one's 20 and 40. Are we right? 20 and 40. Well done. They're definitely part of the 5s and the 10s. But remember, these ones are part of the 2s as well. What do we think? Should we get rid of 45 and 25? See if we're right. 25. Well done. 45. Is this the 5s? Yes, you're absolutely right. It is the 5s, and there is our 5. You found the missing pattern, everyone. Okay, last one. Let's see if we can do this one. This time, I'm going to see if you can do it without so much of my help. What do you think? You think you can solve it? I definitely think you can solve it. Okay, so let's go through what clues we can see. What patterns can we see already? They're all in one column, absolutely. And what column's that? Oh, they look like they're in the tens column. But what do we know about those numbers? Can they be in the twos? Yes. Can they be in the fives? Yes. Can they be in the tens? Yes. Does that help us? Maybe. Okay, well, let's find out. If there's no other ones elsewhere on the grid, what do we think it has to be? You think it has to be the tens? Okay, why would it have to be the tens? Because we haven't got any in the fives column or any skipping number ones. Okay, let's see if this missing pattern is the tens. I'm going to ask you to write down what you think the missing numbers are. Remember, you can look at what number came before, and it's hard because it's this end one, but you can look at this number over here to see what is going to come next. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to figure out what the missing numbers are. Okay, put me on pause. Now. Fantastic. Are you ready? Let's see what did we think this one was? 10. Why did you think that was 10? Because it goes 9, 10. Very good. Are you right? Yes, well done. What about this one here? Because it goes 39. You think it's 40? Let's see if you're right. Well done. What about this one? 80? Oh, 50. Why do you think it's 50? Oh, because you counted in your tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Well done. Why did you count in your tens? Ah, because you think the missing pattern is tens. Okay, so what does this number have to be then? 80. Why does it have to be 80? Because the numbers either side of it, what are the numbers either side? 70 and 90. So this one has to be 80. Well done. You found the missing numbers. Okay. This time, I've hidden them away completely. And this time, instead of guessing the missing numbers, on top of that, we're going to write them in like I did before. But this time, I'm going to write them in. And I want you to check if I do it correctly. And then it's going to be your go to write them in. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is see if I can figure out what the pattern is. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3. I think this is 4, so I'm going to write in 4. Okay, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've only written in 2 numbers. I'm going to have a go guessing at my pattern. I think my pattern... 4, well, it skipped a number. Don't think it's my tens because 4 and 6 aren't in my tens. Can't be my 5s because I skipped 5. I think it's got to be my 2s. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. 4, 5, 6. Oh, do I need to keep counting? No, I can count from here. 11. What comes after 11? 12. I think it's 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. Perfect. Not 20. Why not 20? 20 is already there. Where? Oh, there it is. Oh, that can't be 20 then. Got a little bit confused on that one. I might have to count in my 2s from the beginning. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Well done. The missing number is 18. It's got to be 18 because we know 18 is between 17 and 19. Fantastic. Okay, let's see if you can help me with this one. What number should I write in first? The top number. Okay, we're starting near the top. What number do we think it could be? You think it's 5. Okay, why do you think it's 5? Because you counted 4, 5. Okay. What about this one here? What do we think this one could be? 20. Why do you think this one's 20? Because you counted along. Well, all the way from 1. Okay, you only counted the number next to it. Okay, what number is this? 19, 20. Okay, can we start to make a little guess about what we think the pattern might be? Is it the 10s? It could be the 10s because look, the 20's there. Is it the 2? Well, it could be the 2s because of the 20. It's not the 2s. Why is it not the 2s? Because it's got an odd number. What odd number has it got? 5. You're absolutely right. Can't be the 2s. Could be. Wait, can it be the 10s? No, because it's got 5 in it. Okay, you're going to put me on pause. See if you can fill out the rest of these missing numbers. If we think the patterns is 5, that might give you a bit of clue. I'm only going to give you 1 minute. Okay, speedy thinking of the numbers. You can even write them in, or you can write them down, or you can just say them aloud. Put me on pause now. Okay, you think you found them? Okay, so we got 5, 20. What's this one? 25. Why is it 25? Because we're carrying on counting. Okay, 25, 30, 35, 40. Well done. What comes after 40? 45. Well done. What comes after 45? 50. It is the 5s. Well done. Okay. This one I want you to have a go at by yourself. First thing you need to do is write in one number. Then have a guess at the pattern. Use the numbers either side to help you and figure out the pattern. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. You can write the numbers down and then figure out what the pattern is. Okay, put me on pause now. Great. What did you get? 1, 2. Well done. What's this one? 6. Why is it 6? Because you think the pattern is the 5s? The 2s. Well done. So what's this number? 8. Well done. It's not 8. Why is it not 8? Because it goes 2, 4, 6, 8. 8's already there. Where? Oh, got to make sure it's the right. Okay, it's not 8, is it? What number is it? 14. Well done, because it goes 13, 14 if we were counting in our ones. Well done. So what's number is this? 18. Well done, everyone. I'm glad that I've got you to check my counting. All right, what about this one? Let's see if you can do this one. You're going to try and find the pattern. Remember, use the numbers either side. Okay, put me on pause, and you've got 3 minutes. See if you can find the pattern. Go. Okay, what's the pattern then? The 5s. Why do you think it's the 5s? Oh, because we're using these 2 columns. Okay, so what's this number? 10. Very good. This one? 15. Fantastic. What comes after 15? 20. 25. Don't write 25. Why not? Oh, because 25's there. Well done. 25. 30. 35. Well done. And what goes in these last 2 boxes? 40 and 50. Okay, I'll put 40 and 50 in. Wait, what's wrong now? You said put 40 and 50 in. Counting my 10s to help. Okay, 10, 20, 30. Oh dear. I see the problem. Because it's 39, 40. So what goes down here? 50. Well done. Amazing counting, everyone. All right. So a bit of a puzzle. We can use our number patterns to help us. we can find a number bigger than 50 that's in the 2s and a number that's bigger than 50 in the 5s by using our number pattern knowledge. Okay, so where is 50? I'm going to put a circle around 50. Here it is. So our number needs to be bigger. So will it be on this side of the grid or this side of the grid? It'll be on the bottom of the grid because we need to count bigger than 50, which means it would be either 51 up to 100. Okay, so I want a number in my 2s. And I'm going to pick a number at random in my 2s. Okay. What clues do I remember about my 2s that could help me? They always skip a number. Very good. What else do they do? They're always even numbers, so I can't do an odd number. Okay. And what else? There'll always be a 10 in my 2s. That's a good tip. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pick a number and let's see if it's in my 2s. I'm picking 66. What do we think? Yes, why is 66 in my 2s? Because it's an even number, absolutely. And if we looked right at the top, we could use this to help us. Absolutely. I could fill in my top bit with my 2s, and I know it would be down the same column. Very good. So is 66 bigger than 50? Is it in my 2s? It is, absolutely. So I could say 66. Just for a bit of fun, should we try and find another number in our 2s? Okay. 61. There we go. No, why not? Because it's an odd number. How do you know it's an odd number? Because it's got a 1 in it. But it's got a 6. But it's 61. And if I was to try and split 61 equally, I wouldn't be able to. It's not 61. And then there. What could it be? 62, very good. It could be 62 because again, I could look at the top and I know it ends in a 2, which means it must be in my 2s. Fantastic. Okay, let's try it with the 5s then. Right, let's change our colour. What about our 5s? It's got to be bigger than 50. What do we know about our 5s? They skip 5, very good. They always end in a 5 or a 0. That's a very good tip. They always end in a 5 or a 0. So where's the ones that end in a 5? It's got to be my 1s that ends in a 5. Okay, thank you. 85. Is that in my 5s? Absolutely. 85 is in my 5s because it ends in a 5. And if I wanted to put in my 2 top 5s, I could to help me. Is it in the right column? Is 85 bigger than 50? Very good, it absolutely is. Fantastic work, everyone. Okay, your go. I want you to come up with 2 numbers. I want a number bigger than 50 in your 2s and a number bigger than 50 in your 5s. Do you think you can do it? I think you can do it. Remember, what can we do at the top to help us? We could find the first set of our 2s. Okay, what are they? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And what could I do with my 5s? I could find my first 2 5s. What are my first 2 5s? 5, 10. Okay. You're going to put me on pause. Any number in your 2s bigger than 50 and any number in your 5s bigger than 50. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute. Put me on pause. Writing down your number now. Okay, let's hear your numbers. What did you get? 56. Well done. That is in your 2s. 70. Yes, it's in your 2s because we know all the 10s are in our 2s. Well done. 74. Very good. 74 is in our 2s. We can use that at the top. Absolutely. 61. Well done. 61 is not in our 2s because it's an odd number. Well done. What other ones have we got? 86. Well done. 100. Absolutely. 82. Very good. 82 is in our 2s. It ends in a 2. 60. Very good. 52. Wow, you found so many. Okay, what about our 5s? What did we remember about our 5s? It has to end in a 5 or a 0. All right, what have you got then? 65, well done, that is in our 5s. 80, well done, because it ends in a 0. 95, fantastic. 67, well done, not 67. Why not 67? Because it doesn't end in a 5 or a 0. It's an odd number. It has to end in a 5 or a 0. Okay, give me 2 more. 90, well done. And 55, fantastic. You found so many numbers bigger than 50. I think you're going to be very well prepared for your worksheet then. Remember, you can use the number grid that's going to be on the sheet to help you, or you can freeze my screen and use the number grid on my screen. Okay, what you can do is we can rub this all out and you can freeze this screen and you can use this grid if you want to. Okay, so you can pause me here and use this grid, or you can use the grid that's going to be on the worksheet for you. Okay, well, everyone, really good luck with your work. You're going to be absolutely amazing. Remember, use your knowledge of your 2s, your 5s and your 10s to solve the missing numbers and see if you can guess numbers that are bigger than 50. And we might even go a bit bigger than 50. We might even see if we can guess numbers higher. Okay, I know you're up for the challenge. Good luck, everyone. Bye.